Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be talking about the new moon in Aries, and this is occurring at 11 degrees of Aries on April 1st, 2022. It's actually occurring in the Northern Hemisphere at 2 a.m. on the 1st. And so we're going to be doing the new moon manifesting ceremony on the 31st, which is a Thursday in the Northern Hemisphere at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to join that, the information on how to do so is in the description box below. The replay is available for those who cannot make the ceremony live. This is a really beautiful energy, you guys. There is a lot going on with this new moon. We have the sun and the moon conjunct, as they always are during a new moon. And they're in alignment with Mercury as well as Chiron. And so this moon has a really powerful healing aspect to it when it comes to our ability to speak our truth and to stand up for ourselves. So if there has been an area of your life where you have had difficulty asserting yourself, if there are wounds that you've been healing around your ability to speak your truth, this new moon is really going to facilitate breakthroughs when it comes to this energy. 11 degrees is an Aquarian energy, and so we have a bit of an Aquarian vibe with this new moon as well, which is really helpful when it comes to speaking our truth, when it comes to standing in our authenticity and using our voice. We want to be careful during this new moon because we do have a square going on to true black moon Lilith. This is in the sign of Aries, we are in Aries season. We want to make sure that we're using those fires constructively and appropriately, and that we're not necessarily flying off the handle. Sometimes when we're learning how to create boundaries and how to speak up for ourselves, we teeter from one extreme to the other. And so our goal is to not have an extreme in communication, but to have to be assertive rather than aggressive, I guess is the simplest way to put it. But there is incredible healing power in finding our voice, in finding our truth, and in sharing and speaking that. Our voice is also going to be incredibly powerful in general. And so working with affirmations, working with especially healing affirmations, anything where we are, like we talk about on this channel all the time, speaking our world into being, that energy is going to be very powerful. There's going to be a lot of energy behind our words and the way that we use them. So wield those words well. This energy of Mercury also relates to the mind. And so there's also a healing quality present for those of us who've been struggling with energies of the mind, where it is that our inner critic has been taking up a lot of space in our heads, anywhere where our perceptions, right, and our belief systems have been challenging to us and preventing us from being able to move forward. We can expect incredible healing and breakthroughs where those things are concerned as well. Another point of interest during this new moon is the fact that we also have Mars and Venus in alignment with Saturn and Juno, all in the sign of Aquarius. And so this is a really powerful and potent energy when it comes to relationships. They're also being squared by the nodes. So there's a lot of karmic closures during this new moon. There's a lot of ability to close old karmic cycles when it comes to the ways that we approach and deal with relationships and the way that we approach and deal with our own masculine and feminine energies. So we can be expecting some of those things to come to the forefront, to come to a head, if you will, during this energy. But what we're being asked to do with this sign of Aquarius here is to find a new and constructive solution. How can we relate to people in a way that is different from how we've done it before? If we are working on a current relationship, how is it that we can bring new, fresh energy into that? How is it that we can reinvent the template of what a relationship looks like so that it suits our needs? This is very much an energy, right? We're working with Aquarius, with that 11 degrees, with all of these planets we just listed in the sign of Aquarius. We're also working with that energy of Aries, which is the initiator. So where is it that you can initiate and catalyze forward-thinking, progressive change in your own life, in your personal life, in your relationships, in your communication style? As we move forward into this energy, and what is it that you are wanting to create? What is it that you are wanting to speak into being? There is a a really powerful opportunity here for a deeper level of commitment when it comes to partnerships as well. And so we're seeing those that are not suited to us really kind of breaking apart during this energy possibly. And we are seeing those that are suited to us becoming stronger, especially when we are able to employ that open and honest communication. Aries is a very open and honest sign, as is Aquarius, right? So we're really being called to be brutally honest with ourselves and to be honest with each other, but to perhaps leave the brutality out of it. But to be very clear about what it is. This is an energy where we really learn the importance of being able to assert ourselves and being able to assert our needs, and where it is that we're able to do this and where it is that we're not. Right? And also where it is that we are able to have our needs met in the world in general. I think that's really all the main energies that we need to know and understand as we're working with the energy of this new moon. I'm looking at the chart as we're talking here. We have Jupiter and Neptune within a couple degrees of each other during this new moon. So we're feeling the energies of that conjunction as well, and the ways that they are influencing the energies of this new moon, and perhaps just another filter that we're seeing and experiencing this energy through. So if you guys want to know more about that conjunction, I put out 2 different videos on that conjunction so far. So look those up. They will be in the recent videos, as well as the Astrological Ascension Energies playlist. A big energy that we're working with there. We also talk about it briefly in the Aries season video, which just came out as well. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I do encourage you to do so. All right, we're going to pull some cards here. I want to see what I'm feeling. Yeah, I do want to grab some Black Moon astrology cards. Oop. There. And see what energies we're picking up on with these. Clear. Let's get some guidance for this new moon in Aries. We are, of course, kicking off Aries season, which is the Zodiac New Year, all right? And so it's really a time to be thinking about. New moons are always an energy of manifestation, of creation, right? So what is it that you are wanting to initiate? What is it that you are wanting to manifest and create? How is it that you're wanting to use this energy? When we take Juno out of the mix, right? Juno is the asteroid of partnership and marriage. And we simply look at Mars, Venus, and Saturn being conjunct. This is really where we're asking to commit to a goal, to commit to a vision, to commit to a purpose, as well as relationship, right? So what goal can you commit to? Where is it that you are ready to take on a deeper level of responsibility, knowing and understanding that a deeper level of responsibility also equals a deeper level of reward. All right? To whom much is given, much is asked. And so Capricorn, I wanted to pop out, and that is the energy of Saturn, right? Saturn rules Capricorn. That is the energy of commitment, everything that we just talked about. And we have the Neptune card coming out first. So this energy, this conjunction of Neptune and Jupiter is so powerful that it is going to, we're always going to be feeling it as we're working up to this conjunction, which is going to be the most active on the 12th of April, but is going to be active from the 8th all the way to the 16th. And so this Neptune card speaks of sacrifice. And so what are you ready to sacrifice in order to have what you truly want? And this is an energy, this is a countering energy, right? The energy of Aries in and of itself is an energy of act first, think later. All right, it's an energy of I want what I want when I want it. It's a little bit of an immature energy, right? It is the first energy of the zodiac. So this Neptune energy and Saturn's energy as well is asking us to think about the long game, to understand that in order to have what we truly want, there is going to be a level of sacrifice involved. Are we willing to make that sacrifice? What is worthy of that sacrifice? Then we have the earth element, stability. So really, what are we willing to sacrifice in order to have this stability? And for some people, we're going to notice where we've sacrificed too much for the sake of security and stability. and we're being asked to move a little bit. We're being asked to yield a little bit. And for others of us, we're going to be looking and being asked to make some sacrifices in order to stabilize, in order to create a foundation, in order to create some security for ourselves that is necessary at this time in order for us to continue to move forward toward our higher spiritual purpose. But there's also this energy of understanding that in order to be truly stable, we have to have a spiritual foundation too. So for those of us who've neglected our spiritual foundation in order to pursue other things, possibly with this earth element, this a lot of times tends to material wealth and money and things like that, we're being asked to come back to our spiritual roots. But there's a lot of energy of the sacrifice for stability. Then we have the solar eclipse revolution energy coming out. Interesting. Tell me more. With the South Node and the Gemini energy. And remember, last year we had the North Node in Gemini and the South Node in Sagittarius. But this is the energy, all right? When we're moving into this. This is the energy, like we talked about opening up the mind and letting go of those old belief systems, letting go, noticing the old patterns of the mind. It's like what I feel is a release of burdens from the mind. That's what we're being offered with this new moon in Aries, is to let go of some of the old burdensome energies within our mental body that are just taking up space, to see things from a new perspective, to see our lives, to see this energy of sacrifice from a new perspective, to see this energy of stability and what this means, what security means to us from a new perspective. To see everything in our lives from that higher perspective and to let go of some of this old energy, the old ways that the mind wants to work and perceive things, the old ways that the mind wants to process knowledge. It's like the energy of turning information into knowledge. All right, what else here? We have the Leo card wanting to pop out there. Got the sun coming out, which is close, right? All right. Sun being the ruler of Leo. Got the Mars card on the bottom of the deck, but we got the Jupiter abundance card coming out with the sun. So this is spiritual abundance. This is what we're being asked to understand. We're being asked to understand the value of spiritual abundance. And how when our spirit is abundant, right, everything else falls into place. It's like some of us, we've been placing other things above our spirit. We've been doing it backwards, is kind of like what the energy that I'm getting here. Right? Because some of us, we think, we don't think in terms of the spiritual. We think in terms of like, let me get all the physical aspects and elements put together, and then the spiritual will come. But it's really that's backwards. We want to work on the spirit first, and then all of the material will come. And the sun also represents our consciousness, right? So there's this new, like, see the lightning bolt there? There's this new influx of higher consciousness coming in with this new moon. That's really moving some of this lower consciousness energy out, right? And giving us a whole new perspective. But it's like, with the solar eclipse here, right? You see how the sun is blocked from view. And so it's like there's going to be this moment, I feel like, possibly during this new moon for some, where it's like our way forward is blocked, right? This Neptunian energy comes in heavily. And it kind of blocks out the sun for a minute, so to speak. So we feel as though we are plunged into darkness. But from that darkness and that temporary confusion comes this incredible illumination. And from this incredible illumination, a way forward is revealed. Solar eclipse or lunar eclipse change. All right, we got the solar and the lunar eclipse on the table here. So I'm feeling as well that this new moon is preparing us for eclipse season. And we are entering into eclipse season, right? We have the Taurus. There's going to be an eclipse in Taurus, and I believe an eclipse in Scorpio. And we know all the eclipses this year are happening along the axis of Taurus and Scorpio. So we're moving into eclipse season in May. Maybe actually I should know this, right, for you guys, right? I like to keep it in the now. So I haven't looked forward, but I'm pretty sure actually at the end of April we have an eclipse. So we're warming up for eclipse season right now. Pay attention to what is transpiring for you, what revelations are happening for you during this new moon, because it's setting the stage for what's ready to be cleared away during eclipse season. And a lot of it's up here. A lot of it's about perspective, shifting your perspective, bringing you more into bringing this spiritual stability. And incredible healing, Chiron. Right? For many people, this journey that you've been on, this journey of empowerment as Chiron has transited Aries, right? The wounds that we've been healing for quite some time now. And this reminds me of the healer's wound as well. If you guys want to join the live Zoom event that I'm doing for the clearing of the healer's wound, the information for that is in the description box as well. And a replay for that will be available too. But there's all of these wounds that we've been healing, that we've been working through for so long. It's like we're finally beginning to see how those can be utilized. Remember, our deepest wounds are actually our greatest strengths and assets once we have healed them. And they often show us how it is that we can then bring healing to the world. They reveal our greatest gifts. They are a wellspring for us. And so some people, it's like those gifts are beginning to emerge now. You're beginning to be given that opportunity to use your own healing to benefit others, to bring healing to others. There's a lot of shifts that are happening. There's a lot of abundance that's coming through. A lot of spiritual abundance that's coming through as this healer's wound is lifted. As these wounds around your empowerment, as these wounds in your perception, in your belief systems, in the way you view and speak to yourself, as this energy is shifted, it's going to really open the floodgates of change in a very positive way. Sagittarius, I see. And the fourth house, right? Healing deep to the root. This is the wisdom. This is the wisdom coming through. So this new moon is really an opening, right? It's an energetic opening that's bringing through this energy, this healing. It's opening up the energies of this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. It's opening up, it's like giving you a glimpse into the healing that is ready to be completed. The healing cycle that's ready to be completed for you. And it's also an opening into and preparation for eclipse season. And then North Node wanting to pop out there. All right, so this is powerful, this new moon, you guys, and what it's doing on an energetic level. And then that Capricorn card coming out again. We see how we can move forward. We see the steps that we can take. We see the path is illuminated. But it's like the reconnection with our soul and our spiritual abundance is what makes it all possible. And that's what gives us the courage and the fortitude to walk the path. And we're given the knowledge and the understanding that we need in order to move forward. This is a time where we really want to pay attention to the guidance that we're receiving, to where our intuition is leading us, and to follow that, and to follow that through. I want to pull a couple Star Temple oracles. How is it that we can put It's like we're going to be given opportunities to put our knowledge into practice, to act from that healed place. I see it as like a two-pronged situation where we're being given the opportunity to act either from our wounding or from our healing. That's often when we realize that we've done the most healing, right? Is when we're presented with situations and all of a sudden we notice that we behaved in a way that was different from how we've behaved in the past. Right? We've done something different. We've reacted differently, internally or externally, or both. All right. We have the Amazon Queen battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. And then we have the Universal Midwife birth. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. This is where we're really stepping into our empowerment as a way shower, right? As a devoted warrior of the universe. We're seeing where it is. Like we talk about with Aries energy, right? Aries is the energy of the warrior. That energy has to have a channel. It has to have a focus. Otherwise, Aries is always going to fight a battle. And so Aries needs to understand what battles are worth fighting for. How to channel that energy. So it's not just fighting everything and everyone, including the self. I think there's a lot of us who've channeled that energy back at the self. Right? And now we're learning how to channel it, where to channel it, how and where it is best channeled and utilized. And we're using some of that energy to move forward, to birth and create something powerful in the world. All right, we are the midwives that are assisting in the birthing of the new age, right? And so what is your next assignment? What is your most fruitful and sacred assignment? Okay. Ooh, we have the Empress of the Night. This card's never come out before. Finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. I love it. And Acopius the Seer, visionary. I chart the stars, signs, and symbols to craft magic. So we're being given that vision. We're being empowered to use our magic and to pay attention to the symbols, pay attention to the stars, the signs, to see how they align and to move in alignment. Right? And so this is a reminder that we don't just talk about astrology on here because it's fun. It is fun, right? But we talk about it because the planets are powerful, their energies are powerful, the alignments they create are powerful. And if we can harness that energy, it's like plugging into an electrical socket, right? If we plug into that charge, to that current of energy, we're going to have more. It's like moving up the amps or the wattage, if you will. Like our energy is powerful on its own, but when we utilize it in conjunction with these energetic gateways, it becomes that much more powerful. All right? That's why we pay attention to the portals. That's why we pay attention to the planets. That's why we work with them. We work with the flow. We work with the energies and the opportunities that are present. So really learning how to maximize that. And it's this energy with the finale, right? This is the completion like we talked about. And this ties in a lot with that Aries season video that just came out. So definitely watch that if you guys haven't yet. It should be right in the list of recent videos. The pressure creates the diamond, right? It's that kind of an energy. We are emerging as the diamond. And we have the Awakener, Electra. Out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. And this is a new card too. This card has never come up, you guys. This is powerful, all right? We typically, when we use this deck, we get a lot of the same cards. All right, what we've been getting since I got this deck really and started using it, there's been a lot of cards, the shame card, the mirror card. All right, these are two cards that come out for us over and over again. Embracing and loving the totality of the self, right? Healing the shame, healing the guilt, all of those energies. We're not seeing those cards now. What we're seeing in this spread today is the Phoenix card, right? The Awakener. And the Finale card. The Emergence. All right? So this is us emerging from the storm. This is us rising from the ashes. We've been burning for a long time. It's time to rise. All right? I just heard rise and shine. Okay? The Awakener, that's what each and every single one of us are. We are here to awaken ourselves and then spread that process like wildfire until it reaches all of humanity. All right, so there's this beautiful energy of completion. And coming out the other side, what's on the bottom of the deck? Heal. The medicine woman. I nurture and nourish my body, mind, and soul. All right, there's powerful healing with this new moon. All right, with this new moon and the energies that follow as we move through this conjunction. And the priestess, all right? The medicine woman, the priestess, the mystic. All right, you guys, the awakener. The empress. Okay, this is huge. This is us really stepping into this empowered version of ourselves. Becoming the light. All right? And in honor of that, we're going to close with a Gateway of Activation card. Or Gateway of Light Activation card. Clear. Let's get some energy for this new moon in Aries. What's coming through for us in this new moon in Aries? Heart of Source. All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. We talk about radical acceptance, right? Unconditional acceptance would be the same thing. We're going to read what this card has to say. That's powerful though, right? Heart of Source. Roll that around in your mind space, in your heart space for a minute. Feel into that. Look at this powerful activation. The spiral is now a complete circle. The source of the universe is a gigantic heart. Its beats are angels and beings of light. It is what many call God. It's love that is beyond gender and dogma. It's the infinite experiencing infinity. It's all that is, was, and ever will be. It's love being love and expressing love. It's an energy that can be explained but never fully comprehended. It's where we have all come from and will all return. The strangest part of all is that we've never left. Even though we are spiritual beings having a human experience and may feel that Source is separate from us, which is the greatest lie of all, right? The truth is we're always connected even when we feel we're not. This gateway takes us upward, not upward, but inward. It's the gateway that reminds us that through the stargate of our heart, right, the portal to the fifth dimension, we are connected to the heart of creation. Not only that, but we exist and express ourselves within that heart. Even though we may be on planet Earth and experiencing Earth as a planet within the Milky Way, all of this and more is actually being expressed by the heart of Source. The vastness of this divine love is inexplainable, but it's who we are. You are connecting directly with the heart of Source, the creator of life and love. You are blessed to receive this card, for it shows the cup of your heart is being filled with love until it overflows. The divine energy that is with you now is helping you melt away any blockages, so that you can be open to the love, acceptance, and appreciation that you deserve. You are being encouraged to view yourself in a loving way and give yourself permission to be loved. If you've been holding back for a while but are now ready to share the love you have within, this card lets you know it's safe to do so. You are loving, and lovable. Step forward, claim your worth, and enjoy a new level of spiritual oneness. You are truly blessed. And to connect, you can say, Thank you, Source of Love, for bathing me in your infinite light and for reminding me I am one with all that is. All right, so this is it. It doesn't get any better than this. That's powerful, you guys. This full moon or this new moon in Aries is a gateway of divine love. Healing the greatest of all illusions, that illusion of separation. Bringing us back into our spiritual oneness, into our spiritual authority. And giving us the courage and the confidence to move from that empowered place, from that loving and empowered place. True power comes from the heart. All right? It doesn't come from some outer conquest. It comes from the heart and it radiates out. There is nothing more powerful than love. All right? Real love. Not the distortions of love that can be very disempowering, but true love. When we tap into that true vibration, there is nothing more powerful. And we are unstoppable. I can feel us and see each person's heart lighting up as we all connect with each other and with Source. That's the grid that powers the new earth. That's how we all rise together as one. Inward, not upward. I love it. All right, you guys. I think that pretty much sums it up for today. As I said, check out that Aries season video as well if you guys haven't watched that yet. There's a lot of interlinking energies there. It's going to be very relevant for a lot of people, I feel, who are watching this video right now. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Drop a comment below and let me know. There are links down below to donate as well if you feel so moved to do so. The New Moon Manifesting Ceremony, as mentioned, the information to join that is in the description box below. And the clearing ceremony for the healer's wound, that information is also in the description box below for those of you who are wanting to join in on that. You guys are incredible. You are so powerful. Absolutely, absolutely remember that. If you want any assistance with that, if you want assistance stepping more deeply into that energy, connecting more deeply with that heart center, whatever, however, reach out to me. My email is in the description box below as well, and there is a list of the different services that I offer. If you find them overwhelming, just reach out to me. Let me know what you have going on, what you want to work on, and we'll find the best way to approach it. It is my honor and privilege to assist you in that way and in every way. All right. So much love to you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful new moon.